Namaste. Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sadhana. I am an intuitive reader and healer, lover of all things metaphysical. And today is my Tuesday live readings. And usually I am on half an hour later. I just have some commitments today. So I decided to hop on a bit early. So I don't know if there'll be as many of you here as usual, but I did want to, for sure, do a group reading with this new moon energy in Virgo. And in the description box below, I hope the edit came through, I was inspired by Mind Body Green. Mindbodygreen.com is the website that I sometimes read, a blog that I read. And so I created a three-card spread for the intention of this new moon in Virgo. And those questions are below in the description box. I'm going to talk about those briefly. Also, hello, Andrew. Hello, Mystics Haven. Namaste. I'm just going to go and get my list of names out as well, too. Because Mystics Haven, I don't remember your name, but I have it written down. It is Teresa. Okay, excellent. Hi, Teresa. Thank goodness for my list. Also, 10th of September is Chaturthi for Ganesha Chaturthi. And so I also wanted to perhaps pull some cards today for everyone from the Whispers of Ganesha Oracle. I find this a really powerful little guidebook and deck. And see if I could weave together the three questions from a more Western astrological perspective with the reason for why the energy of Ganesh is going to support us at this time as this moon begins to wax. New moons are all about intentions. They're all about growth. But what I'm kind of picking up and feeling, and yesterday I was on walk every day, but there was this feeling in the air, this feeling of purity. It felt clean and clear and peaceful and serene. And I chose not actually to go into the store to do readings. I really wanted to be here. I wanted to be a little quieter yesterday, and it was really beautiful. So I think there's something about the freshness of this new moon. I'm not quite sure, but this is just something I'm picking up on intuitively as well too. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the theme is for the readings today. Yes, isn't that beautiful? I love this alignment as well too. Namaste to Joel. Hello, Clara. Welcome to have you here. Lovely to have you here. And hello again, Hannah. Wonderful to have you here. Okay, so let's just do a reading for the collective, and I'm sure most of you know this particular little oracle deck. So I'm going to go through hello Andy, go through the spread as well too. This is something that I just created, and I want to encourage all of you to, I read a lot of people's blogs, different astrologers, wellness. Well, I read a lot of wellness blogs, follow people on YouTube, and sometimes there is a word that speaks really loudly. And I put a quote in the description box below from this particular blog. It was clean, green, and serene. That is the recipe for success as the 2021 Virgo new moon, the only one this year, shifts our focus towards salubrious systems. Clean, green, and serene. I just love that. I love that. So the three positions that I'm going to look at today in your 3-card reading, as well as a card from Ganesha, is self-care. And is there anything that you are not aware of, or is there an aspect of self-care that can be improved? So that's one thing. Another is receptivity. Receptivity is challenging for a lot of us, and receptivity is could revolve around left side, issues of the left side of the body. So if you have any physical ailments, chronic pain in the left side of the body, it also has to do with the heart, the hands, receptivity, the skin. And so what do we need to know about being more open of heart? And ultimately it's all going to flow through the heart space. And then the other position is emptying the cup thing. So we cannot receive if we are too full, right? We have to, it's crucial that the cup be emptied. And so perhaps there are some things that you're not aware of that need to be emptied from your cup. I know that we all have things and stuff as well too. So those are 3 questions, and I'm actually, I'm going to reverse them. I'm going to make the 3 a 2 and a 2 a 3. I'm not going to do it in the description box below right now, but I'm going to reverse these cards. So I'm going to do the self-care card first. Does that make sense? Because we need to empty before we fill. So empty cup is going to be 2, and then 3 is going to be, what do we need to know about our receptivity? And I know I worded this a little bit differently below, but that's the gist of the 3 positions. And yeah, so this is for all of you. This is from Whispers of Ganesha Oracle. And I know Andrew is an astrologer, so if there's anything that you want to throw in about the energy of this Virgo new moon, or if there's any Vedic astrologers in the chat today that want to kind of weave in the new moon energy and the relationship perhaps with Ganesha. So Ganesha helps us with education, but also brings awareness around that which is blocking us. So Ganesha is intimately connected to both the emptying of the cup, but also the underlying causes or the underlying root, or understanding perhaps that sometimes these blocks are actually in our highest interest. So there's a lot of subtle nuances here. So this is for everybody. Determination. Look at the fire here in this. This is a root chakra card. 4-petaled lotus. I'm going to switch the camera in just a second. I just want to kind of focus on this. One of the things I like about this particular card as a focus for new moon energy is that with as the moon grows, as the moon waxes, this is the time of action. And so to really commit to self-care, to really commit to letting go, you know, the aspects of the empty cup thing are so very, very important. And for our tarot deck today, I'm going to use this one, Ember and Aura. That's what it's called, Ember and Aura. I just felt like a nice clean deck to use, right? Clean, green, and serene. Clean, green, and serene is the theme for today. Okay, so this is for everybody in the chat. Those of you that are tuning in later, this is also for you. Know that there's a reason why you tuned in today. There's a reason why you're watching this in the replay. There's always messages of other people's readings as well too. Okay, so self-care is the first one. All right, so Son of Cups. Son of Cups. This is actually my card. I subscribe to a astrology thing where I get a tarot card every day and an daily astrology reading. This is actually my card for today, which is kind of uncanny. So this is self-care. You know what I feel like? I feel like the poetry of life, the romance of life. like to fall in love with life. Isn't that interesting? To fall in love with life. And this is also deeply connected to receptivity as well, too. Self-care. You know, when's the last time you picked up a book of poetry and actually nurtured yourself with poetry? Nurtured yourself with something beautiful. This is and maybe this is also is about you embracing the Son of Cups energy and giving love, giving generously of your heart space. Hello, Jamie. Thank you for joining my channel. That's very generous of you. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you in some of the members only live chats. So this is the energy of self-care. Okay, so let me know if any of you have been reading any poetry. So the second position is release. It's about emptying the cup. Emptying the cup. Judgment. I don't usually see this card as one of self-judgment, self-criticism, self-deprecation, and that kind of thing, but that speaks loud and clear here. We need to be very mindful that any sort of self-judgment, svadhyaya, is in the highest of interest. So releasing the tendency to be self-critical is really, really important. Okay. And then opening to receptivity. I'm drawn to the path on this card, actually. Receptivity. So I see this as opening to being open to possibilities. Being open to possibilities. The path that lies ahead may not be the one that you're tempted to take. There is only one path on this card, but there's a block. The wands are blocking that. So no. I want to say be open to moving forward. Right? So the Two of Wands is quite a static card. So be open to invitations, be open to opportunities of moving forward. Okay. This particular, the way that I have set up this energy for the questions of leaning into the energy of the new moon in Virgo may appear a little bit disjointed. So I'm going to try to weave them together for you as I do your individual readings. Okay. Just going to go back. I see some other people have joined besides Jamie. Amanda Hills, namaste, welcome. Okay, let's go back. Yes, I'm going to do individual readings. I think the first person, I saw one person made a comment. They said, Sadhana, if you are doing individual readings. There we go. It's Teresa. Okay. So Teresa says, I would love some guidance on self-care, receptivity, and emptying my cup. Excellent. Good. For those of you that, as you come in, we have three kind of specific themes working with today that are all connected to the energy of the new moon in Virgo. And I love that. I think I'm going to be saying that all day. Clean, green, and serene. Clean, green, and serene. There is an abundance of vegetables in everybody's garden where I live. So the green, as far as the digestive system, is very easy right now where I live. Yeah. Okay. This is for Teresa. Mystic's Haven. This is the Crown Chakra card in the Ganesha Oracle. So much light, very, very, very high frequency. So I would say that part of your serenity, part of the clean, green, and serene is really tapping into stillness and meditation practices. For me, the fastest channel, I would say, into opening the crown chakra or the sensations, so that tingling you feel on the head is through the practice of Reiki. It's like I just need to say the word Reiki and everything opens up. Okay, so this is for Teresa, and the first card is one of self-care. Okay, self-care. Wow, look at this. Look at how she's leaning into that lion and almost surrendering to the force. But there's also a real protective and gentle energy in that lion. This is a crystal egg that I have on the table. And earlier today I was looking at divine feminine energy, the difference between the high priestess and the empress. And I just felt I needed to keep the crystal egg on the table. Eggs are a really important shape when we're working with healing energy. So self-care. I want to say allowing yourself to be comforted. This feels very leonine. You know, this feels like a warm nap in the sun. And I know this is not the receptivity position, but I wanna say that it's your internal strength that actually comforts you. So what does this mean for self-care? This means that okay, I got this. Your fire. So that the fiery qualities of yourself can comfort as much as they can inspire. And so to explore those fiery qualities of yourself that make you feel comforted. Right? So this is your self-care position. This is a tricky one in this position. So the letting go card is the King of Swords. So the Sage of Swords. So letting go of needing to be right, letting go of needing to finish the argument, finish the sentence, letting go of needing to know, letting go of needing to know. So this means just being more open, and it just feels a little bit slower, right? And filling up your cup is the Devil. So in this particular position, this feels like carefreeness, joyfulness. It feels like, a romp in the hay, doing exactly what you want to do. No self-judgment, no editing. Just be free, just play, have fun. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Teresa. I see there is a super chat from Well-Tempered Claire. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. I'm just going to mark my place here. That is interesting, Sadhana. I'm nurturing myself with poetry these days. The prompt for crone inspired. So Hannah, Dancing Soul Sister, is referring to a prompt in my Facebook group, Sadhana's Healing Room. Yes, the old wee moon calendars are full of poetry. That is a great source. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you for that reminder. Okay. You like this deck, Jamie? Yeah, it's really beautiful. Hello to Paula. Namaste, welcome. And then Clara would like, yes, of course, Clara, you can have a question. And Paula and Hannah and Andrew. So yes, I'm going to do all 4 of those readings for sure. Okay. So Andrew's question is, so what I'm going to do for you, Andrew, is it doesn't really fit into the spread, but I'm going to pull a Ganesha card and then a few cards from Ember and Aura and focus on your question. And then I will hop back up to Clara. Okay, so we'll do Andrew, Will, Temper, Claire, and then Clara. All right. So Andrew is wondering what he will get out of the Intuition Medicine program. All right. As I mentioned, Ganesha is deeply connected to enlightenment through education. It is a deity that is chanted to ask for support through education. So it's kind of perfect that we pull a card in regards to that. What will you get out of the intuitive medicine program? What will you get? This feels like a 2 of Wands kind of energy to me. Decision. I'm going to go to the guidebook, see if there's another keyword here. I'm just going to read this to you, Andrew. Once you start being more strong-minded, you will create the opportunity to reflect on your long-term goals and desires. You'll then be in a better position to plan ahead and ensure you achieve these goals. You benefit now from a newfound sense of confidence and are ready for a major change. You might consider travel to exotic places, further education, or a major career change at this point. This will expand your learning and development and grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning and a moderated approach, you will set yourself up for success now and moving towards the future. So perhaps this program is going to set you on a whole new course. I'm feeling like there will be a person. It might not be a teacher. It might be a fellow student that will guide you in a way that is least expected. Okay. All right. And so these cards are not in the position of what I was doing with the spread. This is more of an open reading for Andrew, and I'm gonna pull 3 cards. 7 of Swords. I love the 7 of Swords in this deck. So what I see in the 7 of Swords in this deck is the rungs, kind of like the rungs of the ladder, the rungs of education. And look at these swords as if they are levels of intelligence, levels of higher intelligence. And there's an impatience. Notice the impatience, how she's not carefully stepping up one at a time. She's trying to skip stairs. And so this feels very, very appropriate. And it feels like, with what I was reading from that Ganesha Oracle, that the aspect of patience is really, really important here. Sage of Cups. So that is the equivalent of the King of Cups. It feels like you will, for sure, the deepening of the frequency of your clairs will be heightened through this course, a deeper relationship with them. You may very well dive into some darkness, I'm almost feeling. Like the King of Cups energy can go very, very deep into that element of water. The other thing to remember, at least the way that I read it, is the Sage of Cups energy is that alchemy of fire and water. And so this feels very powerful, like you will become, like the Merlin. That's what this feels like. Merlin energy. So embrace that. Embrace that. And I want to say be playful with it, because that Daughter of Wands energy is creative, right? Creative. So make this, your question is, what will I get out of this? What will you get out of this? You're going to want to be, I feel like, rushing through this. You're going to want to be like getting the answers, getting up that ladder really quickly. But know that it's not about skipping steps. It's about taking your time with all of that, and to enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey feels abundantly clear here. I'm just going to see, you're always so good at okay, good. Well, hello to Alex as well too. I always want to rush everything. Yes. Okay, excellent. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight, Andrew. And I'm going to go back up to Clara. Clara says, I'm starting an energy healing program next week. Oh, congratulations. Okay. Yes, of course. Of course you can. And know that there may be, in Andrew's reading too, with him starting a similar program, there may very well be a message in Andrew's reading for you as well too. All right, so let's pull a Oracle of Whispers of Ganesh for Clara. Clara. And for those of you that want to work with the energy of the new moon, there's some powerful questions that I have suggested, and they are in the description box below. This is for Clara as she contemplates the energy healing program she's starting next week. Ooh, there, everyone so far has pulled a chakra card. And just so you know, not everyone, Andrews was not a chakra card, but I believe 3 people have pulled chakra cards. This is the Manipura chakra card. The keyword is empowerment, but there's something about Manipura chakra in entering this. So one thing I want to say is that this is very much on path for you. The element of fire is deeply connected to our Dharma. So that feels in alignment. The other thing with this chakra card coming up is that this program may reset any issues of worthiness. It's going to give you tools and the confidence and the fire that you need to go forward in life in a very fulfilled way. I feel the fulfillment of this energy. What Andrew said in the chat is very, very important. And I feel that in a very general kind of way, this has to do with not trusting. Not trusting. If we could trust, if we could lean more into the divine and let go of the need to be in control, then our solar plexus energy would feel a lot healthier. Okay, so these 3 cards are for Clara, advice, focus, etc., as she goes into the course ahead. Okay, so we have that kind of intellectual energy, 3. So if you look at the union of these 3 stars, what are they creating, Clara? And look at this as a numerological pip deck kind of energy. So threes create, they create. Threes create, they create, they are holy as well too. I want to say that the Trinity, but these 3 swords are creating a star, which is really powerful. And it feels like the intersection of perhaps powerful topics, powerful lessons. And so what you can look forward to is, and it's the way that, I work with tarot and everything that I do, the integration of all that I learned, the integration of knowledge. Oh, another 3. Wow. Blessings, blessings, and blessings. And 7 of Wands. Okay, so let's look to this. So we have solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra is the 3rd chakra. And then you have the 3 of swords, the 3 of cups. So you have an active suit and a receptive suit. So these 3s are really balancing each other. And I see the 3s as they are so divinely guided. So 3s are a blessing. So you have 3 3s here. So it feels like this is a very, this was a beautiful choice to take this course. It's going to be equally challenging as it is nourishing. So let it be nourishing. Don't skip over the assignments that feel less important because they are, I don't know, not for credit or something. Like to really embrace both the intellectual and the receptive qualities of that course. Okay, now let's look at the energy of this 7 of Wands, because it feels a little different than a Rider-Waite. It feels empowered. Look at the way that this person is holding the wands, and they're barely holding them. It almost looks as if they are tools. So I see this card as reflecting the Ganesha card very, very much. Thank you for the super chat, Alexis. I'll get to your question shortly. Okay. I'm just seeing if Clara made a comment at all. And then Tina's here. Welcome to Tina. Okay. Hello, Jessica. Welcome. Elena, welcome. Yes, I'm on earlier today than I have been. So, yeah. All right. So I hope that gives you a little bit of support. Wonderful. Okay. I really appreciate the super chats, and I do tend to read the super chats ahead of the queue, but I want to go back And there's two other people in the queue I'm going to read, and then I will do Alex's question. So Paula, and so I'm going to go Paula, Hannah, and then Alex. All right. That may be it for today. We'll have to see. All right. So Paula, may I know what the lesson or energy I should integrate to start moving again in life? Okay. All right, let's hold light, love, healing energy around Paula. Let's put the egg into the view. And carnelian as well too, right? Carnelian is a really integrated, balanced frequency. All right, Paula. Lily Valley, namaste. Be inspired. This feels like a really big aha moment. The key word here is revelation. Your question is what's the lesson or energy I should integrate now to start moving again in life? This, and I don't have the card beside me today. This feels very much like the card we drew in the Facebook group, agape. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it in with the Greek, using the Greek meaning of the word. But this is to allow and to support trust in awesomeness, you know, those things that make us feel full of wonder. And I was talking about this earlier on. So this feels like a time of really, you know, pausing at the beauty of the spider web, the intricacy of it, the way that the raindrops look on the spider web, the dewdrops. I'm going to just get a sentence for you out of Angela's guidebook, revelation. Sometimes the words, this is number 15. The summary is get ready for changes in your external and internal worlds. I don't feel so much like a tower as an embracing the magic kind of energy. Be willing to reveal your truth to those around you. Maybe this is about you bursting open and you allowing others to see all aspects of yourself. Okay, let's pull 3 cards for Paula. I love the colors in the Ganesha Oracle. Oh, they're so rich. Okay. Sage of Swords, which fits really nicely in with this card, doesn't it? And I feel a mentor, actually. Sorry, I shouldn't lean on the table, it bounces. I feel a mentor energy around you, that you will be guided. The teacher, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You have a lot of, this wisdom always lies within you as well too. But perhaps this refers to stepping into a course. And it's interesting that just before Andrew is stepping into a new program, and Clara is stepping into a new program. And maybe that's exactly what you need to do, is to step into a program. Yeah. Okay. Let's put a couple more cards and we'll weave this together. Daughter of Coins. You know, she looks like she's doing plant medicine. she could be growing plants for aromatherapy, growing plants for teas or something like that. The Daughter of Coins is exploring business. So I'm wondering if there is a course that is going to lead you into much what we were talking about with Clara and Andrew. Six of Coins. So what? If you give, you will receive, right? This whole thing about the notion of scarcity, right? I don't have enough money to enroll in the course. And sometimes if we give away a little bit, then something comes back. And maybe this won't be happening right at this moment, but the relationship between giving and receiving needs to be contemplated at this time. It's a really, really important one. So Clara and Andrew, what advice would you have for Paula at this time if she were to step into a program where this feels kind of like a Chinese medicine kind of program to me, with the Sage of Swords, right? Highly, highly intellectual, but learning about plant medicine as well too. Agape, thank you. Agape, I appreciate that, Swan. I had a feeling that's what it was, agape. Okay. Shift, living in the truth. Yeah. All right. So let me know if you, if that resonated with you. Let's go on to Hannah's question. All right. Excellent. I will do the spread for you, Hannah. And then we will go to Alexis, I believe. If that is the right name. I'm sorry. I haven't seen you on my channel before. Where is it? Alexis Hopkins. Yes. We'll go to your question after Hannah, Dancing Soul Sister. Agape. Sounds so much more sophisticated, right? Agape. But isn't that interesting how that word came into English, right? So here you go. This is for you. Whispers of Ganesha for Hannah. Dad was a nice cut. Wow. Wow, I love that. The orange. Look at the carnelian with that card. Look at the carnelian. To me, this feels like the energy of you are exactly where you need to be. You are home. Don't doubt that you are exactly where you need to be at this time. The spread that we're doing today, for those of you that want it, is one that's connected to the new moon in Virgo. And the first card for Hannah is one of deepening awareness with her own self-care. And I'm using the Ember and Amber. Ember and, oh my goodness, Ember and Aura. Ember and Aura. I know what some people would say. They'd say, go get acupuncture. Go get acupuncture. I feel like this soul is beneath the water. Deep in the waters of the subconscious, and it's through these piercings that layers that have been congested for years or lifetimes are being released. This feels like a huge purification. And I am drawn to the sword that is at the navel. Oh, no, it's not. Well, yes, there's one at the navel, but also to the one in the left thigh. I'm very intrigued by that sword. You know, the potential energy, the potential release that is possible through acupuncture and acupressure is huge. And these practices can trigger amazing emotional releases and responses. This is not where I would usually go with this card, but this is a self-care position, right? Receptivity is the Hanged One, which is kind of beautiful, right? This is one of, I feel like just, this is like downward dog, you know, legs up the wall, handstand, headstand. This is about emptying your cup. This is your empty cup position. Okay, so I know exactly what this is. This is about lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage. And isn't that interesting that you got the acupuncture card and then you got the lymphatic drainage card? Wow, that is so cool. And it's through this purification, it's through this release that you will once again find the renewed strength or the renewed clarity. I'm seeing this Son of Swords as being really clear about what it is they want to do. And those first two cards as one of, okay, so I want to go back to the beginning. If there's any discomfort about your living situation, if there's any discomfort about where you are at this time, know that being in the discomfort of the situation is exactly where you need to be. And these two cards, I feel highly, highly medicinal. And it's through the medicine of these two cards that you regain clarity. Hi there, Shannon. Namaste. I came on early today. I have an appointment that I need to get to. So give that a little bit of reflection, because it's actually pretty cool with the nature of the questions and the spread that you would get these two cards that speak directly to but possibly to the physical body. And of course, you can take that to another level if you like, dear Hannah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go to Alexis. And I see there's lots and lots I missed in the chat. And I apologize about coming on earlier. Just lots of things going on today. Vanny's here. Hello to Vanny. Welcome. Elizabeth, namaste. Welcome. Thank you for joining the chat. You like Ember and Aura too? No worries, Andrew. Samara, welcome to Samara. Namaste. Lovely that you two are, it's so nice, right? So through these different social media platforms, we can get to know each other. Okay. Alrighty, and then Joel has a question. Joel, I'm going to skip you today just because I've answered quite a few questions for you recently, and please don't take that personally. Hello to Essence and Marie. Namaste, Marie. And I said hi to Tina. Yes, we were talking earlier about solar plexus issues, and that definitely, it's very, very true. Okay. Right, Paula, this is it's so important to take time to listen to other people's readings as well, too. Okay, so now we are at Alex. Excellent. So I'm going to answer Alex's question, and then I'll choose one more, and that will be it for today. Okay, so I'm going to pull an oracle, Whispers of Ganesha Oracle for Alex or Alexis. Alexis. Does anybody call you Alex? Wow, I love this card. Look at this one. This is such a great card. Perseverance. All right, let's shuffle. Okay. Ooh, this fits in so beautifully with the theme for today. And the theme for today, if you go into the description box below, I was inspired by a blog from Mind Body Green, Clean, Green, and Serene. And so your Ganesha message is sustenance. So this feels like the green aspect feels really important here, like the nourishment of the soul, the nourishment of the body. If you've been neglecting that in any way, to know that Spirit is encouraging you to look after that. You have a lot of nicknames. Okay. All right. So we are going to, your question is this. I'm curious about my path with following the Norse path, and will it bring me joy? All right. So let's pull 3 cards for Alexis. Alexis, where are you from? Let us know that. This is this deck is a little hard on the thumbs to shuffle. It's a big deck of cards. Okay. Beautiful. This definitely, this fits in with the clean. This feels like the serene. Wow. This looks like a big yes to me, Alex. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know a lot about, I know a little bit about the Norse path, not a lot. What I see in the first tarot card is one of opening up. And notice how she has the cup on the top of her head, on the crown. It's almost as if the waters are flowing through the crown chakra. And then we have a very fiery card in the center. So we see this, it's a very balanced reading. And it feels, so what is absent is swords. But that feels okay. That feels that the Norse path is one that is going to guide you to one of peace. It feels very peaceful. Look how peaceful that 2 of Pentacles is, how perfectly balanced she is. And so there's that also, look at that tree behind her too, and how important the world tree is to the Norse path. And so allow yourself to lean into the energy of the world tree and to find your strength and your balance and your wisdom, your intuition through the drinking of the knowledge of the world tree. Yeah, it feels really, really good. I think I would say that you've made a beautiful decision here. You're a mom, and so my attention is rarely on my own health. Okay, so that feels, I can't, I know your question isn't about the new moon energy, but this feels really important. So the balance, remember the Suit of Pentacles also speaks to the physical body as well too. And so that balance and self-care is even though you didn't ask about it, it's showing up here. So that's important. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pick one more question for today. Thank you, Jessica. We're all blessed to be here. It's such a supportive chat. I really enjoy this on Tuesdays. Okay. Lydian. Hello, Janine. Namaste. Welcome to you. And okay, so I see Swan has made a donation. You're so welcome, Swan. Janine at the end of the chat says, I can identify with that, Alexis. Easy to focus on providing for and being kind to others and neglect ourselves. Janine, you take good care too. And even if that means, you know, sometimes I feel the energy of this card is one of my treat foods is mango. And I know we're not supposed to eat food that doesn't come from where we live. Ideally, to be fully nourished, we eat the food within our world, right? But there's something about mango that just, and the ritual, like I usually eat it standing up just because of the juices, and I just savor it. And there's something about just that one fruit that can change my mood. It can shift my mood. And so to give yourself the gift of food that you love and feels so nourishing and, you know, like manna. It feels like manna. Like mangoes feel like manna to me. Mangoes feel like manna. Yeah. All right, so the final reading today is for Marie. You have a lot of anxiety. What do I have to let go to get through this time and be able to receive? Okay, so Marie, I'm going to do the spread for you because I think that will really, really help. Okay. All right, Ganesha Oracle. Whoa, that was cool. I love observing how the cards cut. It's almost like they have a mind of their own. Okay, so your Ganesha Oracle is fulfillment. Ganesha is looking at a scroll, reading a scroll. Also, you know, there's quite a few cultures who tie ribbons and strings around trees. And I don't know if that's something that you are aware of. But what I'm, in relation to your question, what I'm picking up on here is that a little bit of ritual. I wonder if creating some sanctuary in the forest to create your own temple in the forest might be a good idea. Fulfillment through sacred texts. I know when I'm feeling depleted, if I sit down and I pick up I have several translations of the Bhagavad Gita. It's one book that just makes me feel like, It really, really helps. I have there's a couple of chapters in spiritual books that I pick up and I read them, and that's what this feels like to me. Spiritual nourishment. Okay. So Marie, self-care, the first position is self-care. But it feels like that we've got a bit of a clue here. Okay, so in this Two of Swords card, there's a little birdie on either shoulder. One foot is on the ground and one foot is on a rock, like on a mountain. One sword is up, one sword is down. I'll let you see the card. So this is self-care. And if you look at the swords as the path to enlightenment, like the spiritual path, right? This in the highest frequency, the swords are connected to the wisdom, to spirituality. So it feels like this decision, this weighing. It feels like this feels very like a Libra kind of energy card of finding your own truth and to find fulfillment through that path, that truth. Self-care through, I'm surprised you didn't get a Sage card here. So the next one is the letting go. Wow, what a perfect letting go card. So this is death. So I want to ask, and this is a major, right? A major, it's a major. If you have been quite literally wrestling with, in your mind, in your heart, about letting something go. This could be something that you have repeated over and over again. It is time to fully bring it to close, bring it to an end. This card is like giving you permission to finally close the door on something. Because if you don't, it will always hold power over you, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Okay, so this is the card of Foof. Oh my goodness, Marie. Okay, so look at the mirror between the Hierophant and the Ganesha card. That's really beautiful. So I'm going to say sacred texts. Sacred, such a hard word to say. Sacred texts. Texts. That's a weird word in English, isn't it? So what number is fulfillment? I want to read you a little bit from number 6 here before I go. I have to go see my daughter's high school counselor. We have a meeting, so that's where I'm going. The scroll is a symbol of the importance of education and the pursuit of knowledge. Again, leaning towards education, may not be spiritual education, but I'm really feeling the spiritual education here as well too. And this has definitely been a theme for today. Definitely been a theme. The more knowledge you have. So also look at what we had here in this particular one. The more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to tackle any challenge that lies before you. You will benefit from gaining more knowledge. Approach this time with curiosity and an open mind. So yeah, so this keyword fulfillment feels, I would be choosy about which books I read. I would be very particular about the quality of what it is that you are studying. And on a mundane level, You know, if there's something that you have been working with and it's not working, it feels like, you know, you're beating your head against a wall. Know that it's time to completely let that go. So I hope this resonates with you. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, I'm going to just scroll through the chat and say hi to everybody I may have missed. And Divine Feminine Revolution. That's what I was talking about today. So for those of you that are members, be sure to go back and listen to that, because that's all about what I talked about today when I was comparing the Moon, the High Priestess, and the Empress card. Yeah. And Hannah, thank you for clearing that up. Oh, you're very welcome, Clara. Let's see what's here. I have a friend who gets readings from you, and I catch you sometimes, but never when the questions are open. You have a friend who gets readings from me. Oh, that's interesting. Alex, did you let us know where you are? Like, are you local? Do you live where I live? I missed if you said where you are from. Yeah, I missed it. Anyway, if you don't mind, you can type it into the chat again. Interesting, Paula. Okay, so that's good to know. That is good to know. Oh my goodness, the chat gets so jumpy. Anyway, I do have to wind this up, and I will just, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get notifications for everything. What did Jamie say here? Yeah, it's beautiful. And I feel that this notion of, it started before. So on Monday morning when I was walking and I had that whoosh feeling of peace and serenity and not wanting, so it was a statutory holiday in Canada. So technically, you know, I should have booked off and taken the day off, but I didn't. I was going to go into the store to do readings, but I just knew I wanted to be quieter. And then came back here, do the Agape card. And then reading several blogs about this new moon, like the whole idea about serenity and purity and cleansing just feels so right to me at this time. So what I want to wish for all of you is that as this new moon in Virgo begins to wax, that you find inspiration for your own clean green, that your own path to serenity through cleansing, whatever that cleansing might be for you. Yeah. So as always, take good care of yourselves, and I'll be back again very, very soon. I won't be here on Saturday, but I'll be back next Tuesday. Yeah. So tomorrow is the Mary L class on Wednesday night. And then I'll be back on Friday with a tarot chat, which I haven't planned yet. I might go back and do deck combos, but I'll see about that. Yeah. So take good care. See you soon. Namaste. Thank you.